I'm 22, you know, and I grew up listening to Luther Vandross and Prince and Michael and the Doobie Brothers and the Isley Brothers and the Elements, Earth, Wind & Fire. Grew up listening to Whitney and Mariah and everybody that really kind of revolutionized pop and soul in the 80s and brought that to commercial radio. Even Go West and Michael Bolton, you know, people that the soul was such a massive part of you know, what they did. It was something that I needed to, you know, I wanted to bring that kind of nostalgia to 2016 without oversaturating younger generations and stuff that I grew up loving, but bringing that thing to radio now so that like, when you hear a song, you're like, oh, that kind of reminds me of an old Lionel song, or like, oh, that's kind of reminiscent of like a Prince, you know, riff with the guitar. Like, you know, that I wanted those nuggets to be present but not prominent. You know, I wanted to do that thing in Jordan Fisher's way in 2016. I think that there's so much room for new people and all of those things. Again, I mean, I grew up loving all of those guys in the 80s, like all the way to Tyrese and Joe and Usher and JT and you know, even like Tory Lanez and Bryson Tiller right now and Zayn, like they're all doing an amazing job at taking, you know, really like deeply rooted R&B and bringing it to 2016 and pop radio. And I definitely, you know, I want to be somebody that has a voice, you know. I want to make music that people want to hear and want to listen to, and that radio wants to play because people want to hear it and want to listen to it. As fans of music and as people, we're hungry for new material, new content, new melodies, new structural ideas where sonic foundations are concerned from artists, where we can sit and listen to a brand new story that has been told by other artists prior, but being told in a way that we haven't heard yet. And I think that that's my obligation, I think, as an artist, is to kind of take those same sentiments and bring that to, you know, 2016 pop, soul, you know, radio, commercial radio sensibility, but doing it in the way that Jordan Fisher would do it and say the things the way that Jordan Fisher would articulate it, because, I mean, no one else can be Jordan Fisher. I think, like, no one else can be Zayn and no one else can be Usher and, like, JT. Everybody, like, you know, you can go to a church, there might be, like, a certain pastor that speaks to you, you know, in a certain way. If you meet a bunch of girls, there's, like, they're all beautiful, but one of them just does something different for me. It doesn't mean that I can't respect and appreciate everybody else, but for whatever reason, I really relate to that person. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna listen to what everybody else has to say. You know, so just being in that realm, for me, especially being, you know, 22, I've been in the industry for about 12 years now, but it's an honor to be able to have that opportunity, really, to share my stories. It's cool and it's exciting that people want to hear it, you know, like that's cool to me.